Tarot forecast. I am shuffling the Legends Tarot by Anne Stokes. This is what I used for the psychic reading for June, and I'm in love, as I always am, with the tarot decks that I receive. Okay, so let's see. I'll be shuffling through the astrological portion, but let's see what's here in the astrology for you for the month, Leo. You've got some goals that you're checking off here. On the 3rd of June, the new moon at 12 degrees of Gemini is in your goal sector. It's in the sector of wishes and goal attainment. It's also in the sector of friendships. And you are such a social sign that you are on the go. This is about invitations, clubs, groups, extending invitations, connecting with friends. This new moon is a fresh start in the 11th house. And you could be joining new clubs and committing to new memberships or communities at this time. And I like this for goal attainment because with a new moon in the 11th, it's a good time to write out and express what you'd like to achieve here and allow yourself this lunar cycle to manifest. And when you have a new moon in the sector of goals, the wind is at your back in this area. So think and write and envision what you'd like to accomplish. And some of you have already leveled up and got through a set of goals, and now you're on to the next batch. That's what this moon is for. What do you want to achieve? On the 4th of June, Mercury enters Cancer through June 26th. This is a very quiet, analytical placement. When Mercury is in the last sector, the 12th house, the sign right before you, this is about dreams, remembering what you need to once you get up, REM sleep. This is about downloads, channeling. It's psychic. Mercury in the 12th house is the knowledge of knowing something without knowing why it is you know it. It's claircognizance. It is clairvoyance. It's clairaudience. It's hearing. It's seeing. It's really strong between the 4th and the 26th. So trust the intuition. It's also in that water sign. And the Cancerian energy allows that nebulous, dreamy, nostalgic memory recall. So there's an inner awareness afforded to Leo and Leo rising. Please watch your rising sign and your moon sign because they're very helpful in a full dose of the cosmos for the month, especially your ascendant. On the 8th of June, Venus enters Gemini, right where that new moon was, through July 3rd, right after the first eclipse that we have in July. So Venus, the planet of attraction and beauty, is also in the 11th house of friendships and who you relate to and community and clubs and organizations that you're affiliated with. This is also about connecting with female friends. Venus, the feminine energy, in the 11th house. Women and the right women. There's a group out there for you. I feel like you have a smooth, effortless energy in the 11th house, and that's due to Venus. This affords you effortless goal attainment. So get your concepts out on paper. This is the time. On the 17th, our full moon is at 25 degrees of Sagittarius in fire. This closure trines any of the placements, the planetary placements you have in Leo. This is the 5th house. This could see Leo birthing the baby at this time, the 5th house of fertility and children. This is also closure to a creative project and finishing a creative skill or finishing a project you had started long ago. This could also bring an end to a dating situation, not a marriage, but more of a lighthearted dating. Sometimes it just doesn't work right off the bat, so you just know that it's not for you. There's an awareness in your 5th house of true love and romance. It's going to apply to you very differently than it would the next person who's a Leo next to you. If you want a private reading, you would have to get that. These are general, but there is an awareness, an illumination in the 5th house of true love and romance. On the 21st, the sun enters Cancer, and that's where Mercury is, that 12th house. That's the summer solstice. That's the longest day of the year, the first day of summer in the northern hemisphere, and the sun is in the intuitive sector along with Mercury. There's a beautiful gaining of insight afforded to Leo and Leo rising. You are aware in a very clairvoyant way. Trust the instinct. Allow the process. On the 26th of June, Mercury then moves into Leo in your first house. Wow, resumes, tending to the physical body and the physical self, writing out your routine in your health and your physical body, what you need to accomplish. Mercury is great for editing, marketing, journalism, writing, publishing, and has you communicating at your best. So it's best to sell yourself or pitch your ideas from the 26th of June through the 30th. Definitely not in August. August is not the month to pitch the idea. It's a month of eclipses, and we're also having Mercury retrograde from the 7th of July through the 31st. So that's the kind of thing, pitching yourself or selling your script, your manuscript or your book, your invention, your concept or project, that should go down on the last week of June. I feel like you have a lot more success that week than you would in the weeks of July. Let's see what comes up in the tarot. I am anxious, as always, to see what's here for Leo. I also want to tell you I'm having a special for the month of May between the 26th and the 31st. If you purchase a 45-minute tarot reading with me, you'll receive a full 60-minute Astro Tarot session, which is a $35 savings. So if you haven't read with me, it's the time to consider it. Leo, here are your cards for the month of June. The Hanged Man. This is about download. This is informative. The hangman is not hanging by his neck in the Rider-Waite-Smith. Is he around me, behind me? I can't really see. No. But he's hanging by his feet. He's upside down by his feet in the tarot because he's receiving information. But in this card, she's cocooned by the soft energy of her wings. And it means you might feel comfort in your own retreated solace at some times, but it's also time to come out of your shell. Trust the information you're receiving while you sleep. The 12th house of dreams and intuition is strong for Leo. And here you are. Look at that. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius card, the King of Wands, that's you. You're taking a leap of faith in this card. Beautiful deck. It's so mysterious and magical. It's like a forestry deck. It's like Game of Thrones and the Dark Crystal all in one. So this is here to say, listen to what you receive in your private time in that 12th house of download and the receipt of information. 3 of Wands. Replenishment, travel, a new wave of reinforcement. Leo loves to travel. June would be a better month than July to do so, even though your solar return is coming up. The 3 of Wands is celebratory, but also being replenished. Your connection with friends, the 11th house, taking some friends on a journey with you. Now you have the Queen of Coins. This is earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Could also be you mastering a high level of occupation and environment in your life. The Queen is here to give you those little butterflies. Maybe this is a promotional energy, and it could come from women in business or an authority, a female authority in your role at work. Some of you might have the opportunity to travel for work, and if that's the case, I would think about it first and do so in June or August. July wouldn't be the best month for that. 3 of Wands is also replenishment of resources, and it could be replenishment of connections for you, because the 11th house of clubs, community, and friendships and connections is what I'm reminded of with this. You could be replenished in areas of connecting with people that you haven't in a while. Some of them might be fire and earth signs that showed up in the court cards for you, Leo. I hope this was helpful. I'm wishing you a beautiful summer solstice. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.